Hello from Brussels. We got in early this morning and we're lucky enough to get a early check-in at our hotel. So we've had a little bit of a rest and are now going to head out and check out the city. Covered. This is the Galleries, St. Hubert. It's right by our hotel. It's really just like a covered outdoor mall. But they have a lot of boutique shops and chocolate stores and even some brand names that we're all familiar with. Some cafes as well. So we're gonna check this out for a little while. We enjoyed our first waffle of many at Maison d'Andois before moving on for the time being. The galleries connect into the Old Town and the Grand Place. But don't worry, we will revisit the galleries later on in the video for some of the best chocolate in Belgium. That's impressive. In a rainy Brussels, the Grand Place. Behind us, I think, is the Town Hall building. And then a lot of the other surrounding buildings are the old guild halls where they used to trade goods and collect taxes. I think they call that one that needs pressure washed the King's House, and then those across the square are the guild houses, again the Town Hall. If you've seen pictures of this online, I would have to say that they don't do this justice. This is really impressive. Place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's probably the best town square in the world, at least that's what they say. The most beautiful. Dates back to the 1400s, I think a lot of these buildings do, although some of them were reconstructed at the end of the 1600s after conflict with the French. After checking out the truly remarkable Grand Place for the first of a few times on this trip, we took the short walk over to the Manneken Pis. I was genuinely surprised at how small this was. Of course, when you're in Brussels, you're going to check this out, but it's no more than a 3-minute stop, and honestly, the art on the surrounding buildings was more interesting to me. From the Manneken Pis, it was to the Mont Arts District, which had National Mall vibes from Washington, D.C. It's a museum quarter with views of the city on a nicer, less rainy and cloudy day. The Montes Arts area gives way to the Royal Palace, which was unfortunately undergoing renovations until next year. It's the official palace of the royal family, but not their residence, which is north of the city. With the rain, wind, cold, and jet lag bearing down, we needed to rest up before dinner. Brussels is renowned for its beer, chocolate, fries, and waffles. The fun stuff, but of course, not nutritionally suitable for several days. We stayed in Brussels for 4 nights, and it served as a hub for our day trips on the other stops for my Belgium series. Subscribe so you won't miss them. Very quickly, here are the places we ate and my thumbs up or down recommendations based on my experience. Meals near the Grand Place gave way to stunning post-dinner vibes.
Hotel Hubert.
After Grand Place at night, it was time for bed. We stayed at Hotel Hubert, which had a 10 out of 10 location, a 10 out of 10 lobby, a posh gym, and a clean but very small room, even by European standards. Brussels, Belgium is better known as the capital of Europe, home to the EU, but it's also home to some really unique tourist attractions like this one. Let's check it out. The Atomium was built as the dominating trademark for the 1958 World's Fair. It's 335 feet tall and made up of 9 spheres, which represent the cell of the element iron, magnified 165 billion times. Most of the spheres are home to exhibits and observation areas open to the public. It's on the north side of Brussels, easily accessible by the metro, and near other attractions like Mini Europe. From my perspective, it's quite a popular tourist destination, and more in a gimmicky way. I think it could have been more efficiently organized, and the poor visibility did not help. I wouldn't prioritize this on a trip to Brussels, however, the remarkable scale from the outside made up for the lackluster experience inside. From the Atomium, it was across the street to Mini Europe. As Brussels is home to the EU, Mini Europe showcases some of the most iconic spots from each EU country on the winding walk through the exhibit. Again, not something I would prioritize, but it did bring back some cool memories of the places we have visited in real life, seeing them in small scale. I plan to make a short about Mini Europe, so be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it.
Top. À l'image des Vulcains. À l'image des EAP, décollage.
Sick. We stopped for lunch in the Sainte Catherine neighborhood on the way back to the city center. It's a charming area with a pretty church and plenty of restaurant options, including the fries from earlier in the video. Of course, you don't visit Brussels without consuming plenty of chocolate and beer, so that afternoon we did just that. The Royal Hubert Galleries has the best chocolate in Belgium, so we're going to stop into a few of the highest rated shops and check them out. What's great great is that you're able to buy just a small sample from each. Like most places in Europe, they prefer cash for small transactions. From chocolate, it was time for beer. Okay, so we're in the Delirium Cafe. They hold the Guinness World Record for the most beer brands sold in a bar. So I got just a blonde ale. But there are so many different options, including green beer. The scale of this place is crazy. There are so many different levels and bar rooms, each with a unique theme. If you're a beer lover, you have to come to this place. Just left St. Michael's Cathedral. Like Sydney says, if you've seen one church, you've seen them all. But it was pretty grand. Stained glass windows were pretty impressive, and they had a lot of sculptures or like statues, which were pretty impressive. And now we are going to the Cinquantenaire Park. Definitely said that wrong. We just got off the train and are walking over there. So this arch was built to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Belgium, I believe, in the 1880s. And on a day where it wasn't so rainy and a little bit nicer out, would be a really nice spot to hang out and have a drink or a little bit of a snack or picnic. So shame we can't do that today, but it's really pretty cool to look at. The arch gave way to more gardens, which led into the Leopold Quarter, where many of the EU buildings are located. They were cool to see as we wrapped up our time in Brussels. We just wrapped up dinner after our second day in Brussels. And even though we're here for the next couple of days, we're doing some day trips. I think our favorite thing so far, well, at least Sydney's favorite thing so far, has been mini Europe. We both agree that the Grand Place, or the Grote Market here, is one of the most beautiful places we've ever seen, and we both really liked that. So we're walking back from dinner now, and then we have day trips tomorrow, and we'll see you back for the next parts of our Belgium videos. Before you go, I wanted to call out this food hall called Wolf. It was right by our hotel, and I discovered it on our last day in Brussels. I went for a snack in the mid-afternoon while most places were closed, and would have loved to check it out in more detail. If you've been, let me know what you think in the comments. Also, this cool steampunk bar called La Machine. Be sure to like and subscribe, and see you back next time for a short in 1 week and a full-length video in 2.